This is a civil safety alert, issued at 1747 local time, Monday, September 14, 2110. The Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety, in coordination with the United Expansion Frontier, has issued a severe atmospheric hazard warning for the Terminus Ridge Mining Colony. At 1732 hours, orbital sensors and surface telemetry began detecting a high-intensity storm system, rapidly advancing toward the residential and operations sectors. The system is producing sustained surface winds in excess of 120 kilometers per hour, or 74 miles per hour, frequent electrical discharges and pressure anomalies consistent with supercell behavior. Shelter-in-place protocols are now in effect for all residential zones. Residents are advised to immediately proceed to your designated storm shelters, or the reinforced zones within your habitat blocks. Remain indoors, secure all loose equipment, and seal external hatches. Do not attempt to travel on foot or via rover unless directed by civil safety personnel. If conditions worsen, evacuation procedures may be initiated. The Blackwell Entertainment Complex has been designated as the emergency evacuation and staging area. No relocation is currently required. Repeat, this is a severe weather alert for the Terminus Ridge Colony. Heavy winds, lightning activity, and infrastructure disruption are expected. Civil safety officers are monitoring the situation and will issue updates as new data is received. Do not attempt to contact emergency services unless you are experiencing a critical life support or structural failure. This message is authorized by the United Expansion Frontier and the Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety. This broadcast will repeat every 15 minutes or as conditions change. This is a civil safety update, issued at 1832 local time, Monday, September 14, 2110. The Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety has confirmed a tornadic vortex forming on the western outskirts of the Terminus Ridge Mining Colony. Doppler lattice and visual drone telemetry indicate a ground-level funnel with lateral movement toward Sector 3 maintenance fields. All personnel in western zones are instructed to shelter immediately in reinforced substructures or storm-rated habitat cores. Do not remain near external windows or airlocks. Shelter in place remains in effect colony-wide. Evacuation to Blackwell Complex is not advised at this time due to active wind shear hazards. Monitor all official channels. Another update will follow within 15 minutes or as conditions evolve. This message is issued by the United Expansion Frontier and the Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety. This is an emergency civil safety broadcast, issued at 21:47 local time, Monday, September 14, 2110. This update is issued by the Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety, in coordination with the United Expansion Frontier Security Office and Colonial Defense Command. Warning: a hostile situation is now in progress within the Terminus Ridge Colony. In addition to the ongoing severe atmospheric storm, active cultist activity has been confirmed inside city perimeter boundaries. An extremist group identifying themselves as the Dawn of Flesh has emerged from the surrounding fringe zones. They claim the storm is an apocalyptic sign and have begun performing violent and ritualistic acts near the outer ring. These individuals are armed and extremely dangerous. Verified reports confirm that they have engaged in public acts of violence, including rioting, fire setting, forced entry into residential blocks, and in several horrifying cases, human sacrifice and cannibalism targeting individuals found outside shelter. United States Marine detachments stationed aboard the UEF Aegis Vanguard have been deployed to support local security forces in containment operations. Engagements are ongoing across sectors 2 through 5. Due to volatile conditions, including lightning strikes, structural fire risk, and ongoing armed conflict, the Bureau is now elevating this to a full lockdown directive. All citizens are hereby ordered to fully seal and lock down residential units, reinforce all access hatches, disengage external lighting, maintain radio silence unless responding to direct civil safety contact. Remain away from windows. Do not open for any unidentified persons. Do not attempt to observe or engage with individuals outside. Shelter in place until an all-clear is issued by official UEF channels. If you observe breaches, cultist gatherings, or hear ritual chanting near your zone, report immediately via encrypted relay channel 9 Alpha. Do not attempt to intervene. This is not a drill. A public curfew is in full effect. Failure to comply may result in detainment or loss of life. The Blackwell Entertainment Complex remains on standby as a hardened evacuation site, but transit is not recommended at this time due to unsafe surface conditions and hostile presence. This message is authorized by the United Expansion Frontier Colonial Command Authority and the Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety. This is a Priority 1 broadcast from the United Expansion Frontier Colonial Command Authority. Timestamp 2318 local time, Monday, September 14, 2110. Classification: Directive Black. Effective immediately, full martial law is declared across Terminus Ridge Mining Colony and all surrounding operational sectors. This declaration is issued under the Emergency Colonial Stability Act, Articles 7 through 12. In response to escalating atmospheric and civilian threat conditions. All local authority and civil safety operations are hereby transferred to direct control of UEF Colonial Defense Command. Operational oversight is now being conducted jointly by forward command units from the Aegis Vanguard and Bureau Military Liaison Division. The storm system remains active, with continued electrical discharges, structural damage, and visibility below safe threshold. Simultaneously, the threat posed by cultist insurgents affiliated with the Dawn of Flesh has escalated to a Category 4 containment emergency. Engagements with armed cultist cells are ongoing throughout the inner perimeter. Hostiles are confirmed to be executing civilians, setting fires, sabotaging colony infrastructure, and resisting UEF Marine forces with improvised weaponry and stolen mining tools. Until further notice, a full curfew is in place. Civilian movement is prohibited. Any unauthorized personnel encountered in transit zones will be detained or neutralized. All private communications are suspended. Only encrypted civil or military relay systems are authorized. Looting, sabotage, or obstruction of military operations will be treated as hostile actions. Shelter in place remains mandatory. Reinforce locks, disable external access, and reroute oxygen and power systems to secure mode operation. Marine fire teams have authorization to use lethal force to preserve order and secure the colony. Flame and concussive ordnance are being employed in outer sectors. Secondary damage, including habitat fires and power failures, may occur. Do not attempt to self-evacuate. The Blackwell Entertainment Complex remains under military control and is currently at maximum capacity. No new admissions are permitted unless authorized by Field Command. This situation remains fluid. All colony residents are urged to maintain discipline and silence and await further instructions from UEF Colonial Command. This directive supersedes all previous civil advisories. Stay sealed, stay silent, stay alive. End transmission. This is an official broadcast from the Bureau of Proxima Centauri Civil Safety, issued at 0612 local time, Tuesday, September 15, 2110. By joint confirmation of the United Expansion Frontier Colonial Command and the Bureau of Civil Safety, the state of emergency at Terminus Ridge Mining Colony is now lifted. Severe atmospheric activity has subsided. Storm systems have dissipated into upper stratospheric bands, and surface conditions have returned to operational tolerances. Damage assessment teams are being deployed, and repair operations are now underway. In addition, hostile activity by the extremist cult identified as the Dawn of Flesh has been neutralized. UEF Marine and Civil Defense Forces have secured all critical infrastructure and population centers. Final containment operations concluded at 0544 hours with no further resistance reported. The Blackwell Entertainment Complex remains under UEF management, but is now open for civilian medical processing and temporary housing reassignment. All curfews and lockdown directives are rescinded effective immediately. Citizens are advised to remain indoors until hazard inspectors have cleared your zone for atmospheric and structural safety. Official recovery crews are operating on a sector-by-sector schedule. Please comply with all posted signage and safety personnel. Casualty and missing persons reports will be processed via your local civil registry node once communications are fully restored. Psychological and trauma support services are being offered at Medpoint 3 and the Eastern Hab Nexus. We understand the past 12 hours have tested the limits of human endurance and trust. Your cooperation, resilience, and courage have preserved this colony. Order has been restored. This concludes the emergency alert sequence for Incident 2110-914 Terminus. All future communications will proceed via standard civilian channels. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay together. Terminus Ridge endures.